All right, welcome. Today, we are diving deep into something called AIOps. If you've ever thought, how on earth do big companies keep their websites and apps running with all the chaos happening behind the scenes? Well, AIOps is a huge part of the answer. We're talking about a shift from constantly putting out fires to using some serious intelligence to get everything under control. Let's break it down. So, here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with the data tsunami. What even caused this mess? Then we'll get into what AIOps actually is. After that, the really good stuff, the bottom line impact. We'll even help you navigate the different options out there. And to wrap it up, we're going to peek into the future, the autonomous future that this is all leading to.
Okay, first up, the data tsunami. Let's really set the stage here. Why do we even need something like AIOps? Well, it all boils down to what's happening in modern IT. And, spoiler alert, it's a bit of a crisis.
The bottom line is this. Modern IT operations have just hit a breaking point. Think about it. Everything is built on the cloud now, with all these tiny microservices talking to each other. It's super powerful for sure, but it's also created this insane fire hose of data. It's just moving way too fast. It's way too complex for any human team to keep up with using the old tools. So what happens? You get teams that are just constantly fighting fires, completely drowning in alerts.
And just to put a number on it, because this is kind of mind-blowing, take a big company like Autodesk. Before they brought in AIOps, they were getting 100,000 alerts every single month. Now think about what those alerts are. They're like little digital alarms going off. Could be a server is a bit slow, could be a tiny network blip. Imagine you're in a building with 100,000 fire alarms, and only one of them is a real fire. How do you find it? It's literally impossible. That's the problem of alert fatigue.
So yeah, how do you solve a problem that's basically impossible for humans? Well, you bring in a new kind of brain. And that brings us perfectly to our next section. What in the world is AIOps? And more importantly, how does it take all that crazy noise and find the one clear signal that actually matters? Okay, so here's the official definition. AIOS stands for Artificial Intelligence for IT Operations. And really, it's all about using big data and machine learning to make IT better. Think of it like this. It uses big data tech to just handle the sheer volume of information, stuff no human could ever read. Then it uses machine learning, the AI part, to be the smart layer on top. It finds the patterns, it predicts issues before they happen, and it gets smarter over time. The whole goal? Sift through that mountain of data, pinpoint what's important, and then, ideally, fix it automatically. And even the name itself has a pretty cool story. The big analyst firm Gartner originally called this algorithmic IT operations. Sounds a little clunky, right? It basically meant a system that just followed a bunch of if-then rules. But just a year later, they changed it to artificial intelligence for IT operations. Now, that wasn't just a marketing gimmick. It was a huge deal. It signaled a move from dumb systems that just follow a script to smart systems that can actually learn and figure out problems they've never seen before.
So how does this thing actually work under the hood? It's easiest to think about it in 3 basic steps. Step 1, it just sucks in data from, well, everywhere. All your system logs, performance numbers, you name it. It puts it all in one place. Step 2, this is where the magic happens. The AI brain analyzes everything and starts connecting the dots to find the real root cause of an issue. And finally, step 3, it takes action. That could mean automatically fixing the problem, or, at the very least, giving a human operator a crystal clear dashboard showing exactly what's broken and why.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty great. In theory, all right? But let's be real. Does it actually work? This brings us to the most important part, the bottom line impact. Because at the end of the day, the proof is always in the numbers.
So, let's just ask the question straight up. Does this stuff actually deliver real results for real companies? Well, you're about to see, the numbers really do speak for themselves. Check this out. This is from Freewheel. They're a Comcast company. Before AIOps, their average time to fix a major problem was 25 hours. A whole day. Imagine your service being down or degraded for that long. It's brutal. But after they brought in AIOps, look at that drop. It went down to just 5.5 hours. That's a massive 78% reduction in downtime. That is huge. And a lot of this improvement comes from just killing the noise. Yahoo is a perfect example. They were dealing with 2 million raw events every single day. AIOps basically acted like a super intelligent filter and just got rid of 99% of it. That meant their engineers could stop wasting time chasing ghosts, those meaningless alerts, and focus only on the 1% that were actual, real problems. But it's not just about filtering,
It's also about making sense of what's left. Remember Autodesk from earlier, with their 100,000 alerts a month? Well, AIOps didn't just throw 99,000 of them away. It correlated them. That's a fancy way of saying it was smart enough to see that, say, 500 different little alarms were all related to the same single problem. So it bundled them all together into one simple incident. And that simple change? It led to an 85% improvement in their fix time. We're talking about absolutely game-changing results here.
And of course, all these improvements show up on the bottom line. A study by Forrester found that for a typical company, when you add up all the time your engineers aren't wasting, plus the downtime you're avoiding, you're looking at over $1.2 million in productivity gains every single year. Okay, so if you're thinking, wow, this sounds pretty good, the next logical question is, which one do you pick? That brings us to our fourth section, navigating the AIOps market. And this is important because you're not just choosing a piece of software, you're really choosing a philosophy for how you want to operate.
The market is kind of shaken out into three main schools of thought. First, you've got the AI-augmented collaboration approach. Think Moogsoft. This is all about using AI to make your human experts even smarter and work better together. Then there's AI-driven centralization, like Big Panda. This one acts like a central AI brain that sits on top of all the different tools you already use. And finally, you've got AI-native observability from a company like Dynatrace. This is the all-in-one approach, a single platform that does the whole shebang, from collecting data to giving you the answer.
And this table does a great job of breaking down the differences. So with Moogsoft, their whole thing is the situation room. It's about getting the right people together with the right data to solve a problem. It's perfect for teams that really value that collaborative response. Big Panda, on the other hand, is built for big companies that have a whole mess of different tools already and just want to plug an AI brain into all of them. And then you have Dynatrace. Their secret sauce is what they call deterministic causal AI, which is a fancy way of saying they try to give you the one exact root cause. They're for organizations that want to rip everything else out and just use one single unified platform. So you can see, the right answer really depends on what your company looks like today.
All right, let's shift gears and look to the horizon. Where is all this technology headed? For our final section, we're going to talk about the autonomous future and what it might look like as soon as 2026.
Because here's the thing, the end game here isn't just about giving humans better dashboards. The real goal is to create systems that can fix themselves, self-healing systems. And I know that sounds like sci-fi, but it's happening way faster than you think. Gartner is predicting that by 2026, just a couple years away, a whopping 60% of big companies will be actively moving towards this self-healing model. And as you can probably guess, generative AI is like pouring gasoline on this fire. Think about it. Pretty soon an engineer won't have to dig through logs. They'll just be able to ask the system a question in plain English like, hey, why did our checkout process slow down an hour ago? And the AI won't just spit back an answer, it'll automatically write up the incident summary for the managers and even suggest the exact lines of code needed to fix the bug. It's a total game changer.
And this really gets to the core of the whole shift. The logic is evolving. We're moving away from simple technical thinking, like, oh, the CPU is high, let's add more capacity. We're moving to a world where the system thinks in terms of business outcomes. It'll say, hey, customer checkout failures are climbing. I'm going to automatically apply a patch to stop us from losing any more money. You see the difference? It's not about servers anymore. It's about revenue. That's the real holy grail of AIOps.
Which really brings us to the big takeaway here. AIOps isn't just another tool in the IT toolbox anymore. It's really becoming the central nervous system for the entire digital business. It can sense a problem anywhere in the body, it can analyze what that problem means for the business, and it can automatically trigger the right response to fix it. So I'll leave you with this question. Is your organization ready for that autonomous future?